Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, my name is MUHAMAD RAHMAN, class 33-1A25. My student ID is 3332-0117. I will explain the last exam is of listening comprehension. Let's study begin explain of listening comprehension. Part 1. Morning everyone. Quiet please. Right. Okay, so today I'm going to give you some advice to help you prepare for the exams next week. So make notes as I'm talking, please. Everybody ready? Now, while you are studying food gives your energy. Don't be tempted to eat sweets or drink cola. Sugar won't help you study, but fruit and cereals will. Apples, actually, are especially good. Find a comfortable place with plenty of light when you study, but not too comfortable or you'll fall asleep. Try and keep a positive mind. It is easier to study when you are positive and relaxed. Now, if you start feeling anxious, have a little break. Go out for a stroll around the block. Don't try to learn everything. There isn't time. Just choose the important things, the things that will get you most points in an exam. If you aren't sure about this, ask me. First, learn the main ideas and don't worry too much about the details. If you have a time, you can come back later and read the details. Make notes of these key points and read them. Then cover them up and try to remember all the points. Now might be boring, but repetition helps you to remember. As past exam papers to study, they will help you understand what kind of questions come up. There are plenty of past exam papers in the library. You can photocopy them and take them home. Take regular breaks while you're studying. A 5-minute break every half hours is usually enough. Get some fresh air and stretch your arms and legs. Drink a glass of water. It's important to keep hydrated. And last but not least, good luck. I'm sure you'll all do your best. Part 2. Hey, I'm reading this really interesting article about the human body. Yeah? Well, we know all about that from biology lessons. No, we didn't learn much at school. They're discovering lots more things all the time. Really amazing things. Did you know that only about 1/10 of the cells in your body are really, the best are bacteria? What? I'm not really me. No, of course you are you, but you also have millions or trillions of bacteria in you. Ew. No, they're mostly really helpful. Someone did an experiment to see if animals can live without bacteria, and she found that a lot of them died or had to have a special diet. Animals need bacteria to digest food, you see? So we're better off with bacteria. Unless the bacteria are bad. Unless they are bad. But they are nearly as good. Oh yeah. And going back to cells, do you know how many cells you have in your body? Quite a lot. I'd say a good few. Yeah, but how many? I don't know. I know mathematical. 7 octillion. That's 7 plus 27 times. I knew it was a lot. Okay, that's an amazingly hunger number, almost impossible to imagine. But the really weird thing is that most the atoms are empty space, just air or nothingness. And if you talk out the empty space, you could fit your body inside a tiny cup which measures 1/500th of a centimeter on either side. There's a box measuring 0.002 of a centimeter on each side. You'd be much too small to see. I can imagine that. It sounds like something that would happen in a really bad Hollywood movie. You know, I'm a science ghost. I'm going to extract all the air from your body. Okay, enough facts from one day. Don't go. One last thing. Did you know? No. Did you know that you probably have mites in your eyelashes? Mites in my eyelashes? What are mites exactly anyway? Yeah, they're very small creatures, like insects, only not insects. They're about a third of millimeter long, so you can really see them. These particular mites live in eyelashes and eyebrows, but in mine, well, maybe not. Only about 50% of people have them, and more older people, so you might not have any. Anyway, they're completely harmless. They just eat that skin. Yeah, right. Harmless. I really would have preferred not to know that. Sorry? I mean, really. Part 3. The Lily Sisters. Once upon a time, there were three little sisters dressed in green, who lived together in a beautiful palace which was owned by a Greek king. Such a beautiful palace as it was, sorry. The ceilings were made of turquoise and opal, and soft, velvety green carpets covered the floors. Many other children lived with these little sisters, and they had such a kind nurse called Dame Nature, who taught them how to do their work well. For everybody has some work to do for the Greek king. Surely no one could be unhappy in such a wonderful home. And yet, um, I am sorry to say, one of the little sisters was always discontented. She knew, for the nature had told her that someday the Greek king would come to see who had done loving work for him, and would give the good lilies beautiful white robes and golden crowns. But she wasn't willing to wait until the king was really insulted to do it. When the sunbeam children came to play, she would hang down her head, sulk, and after a while they would have her alone and play with her sisters. When Professor Rain's school was shut and the jolly little raindrops coaxed her to play with them, she would say crossly, "You're too tall. Let me alone." And they would go and play with the happy little sisters as the sunbeams had done. For everybody loved the two good little lily sisters, who were sorry to see how naughty the other lily was. But they tried to do their best to help her and kept on growing. One day, the Greek king, who had seen how well they tried to do, so they deserved their robes and crowns, so he the sunbeams dancing away to awaken the inhabitants of the palace for the crowning. Away they went, peeping through the curtains and flying into the windows of the palace and walking all the little children with kisses. Then they took off the older green dresses of the sisters and put pure white robes on them and gave them crowns of the pure gold. Sorry. The other little sister wished then that she had tried to do right and dropped her. until she faded away. Madame Wine and the Bird family gave a grand concert in Maple Tree Park. Everything was full of gladness, and the Lily sister held a reception all day, and many people come to congratulate them upon being crowned. Among their visitors was wee Ruth, who kissed them and took them to a little sick friend. He smiled as he pressed them into his hand, saying, "Take them, please, for Easter." And in her sweet child language, she told the story of Easter and of the wonderful work the Greek king's son did for the people of the beautiful palace. Okay, guys, thank you so much. May explain of the material exam listening comprehension. Thanks. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.